Hi, this is Leslie Tietjen. I'm here with Sharon Barna, and I'm doing the Egoscue Institute's Functionality Mobility PAS Practical today. We're going to start with the hip crossover stretch. So Sharon's going to go ahead and lay down on her back in a comfortable position, and she's going to go ahead and bend her knees, and her feet are going to be hip width apart. How does that feel, Sharon?
Feels good.
It feels okay? Okay, and please tell me if there's anything that is bothering you, okay, throughout the exercise. And now she's going to go ahead and take her right ankle and cross it over her left knee. Okay, now here we're just going to make sure that her hips feel okay. Feel okay over there? Okay, and then now you're going to take your palms out to the side, so about shoulder width height wherever it's comfortable. And right there it feels comfortable for you?
It's comfortable.
Wonderful. All right, next you're going to go ahead and rotate to that left hip by placing your right foot down on the ground. Good, and you're going to feel this nice long stretch on the back. And go ahead and rotate your head to the right side. All right, and you're just going to relax in your neck and just feel this stretch. Now the palms are facing down, and you're going to go ahead and make sure that you're pressing your right knee towards that leg so that right hip is actually opening. You feel it?
Yes.
So there's a good stretch there. Okay, I'm going to time you. You're going to hold this for a minute. And I'm going to get a timer. And we'll time you. So 1 minute's going to start. And here it's really important that you're just breathing, okay? 1 minute. Perfect. Okay, and you're just going to breathe and hold. And let me know if there's anything else that you're feeling that's uncomfortable.
It's just tight.
Tight. More on the right side, left side.
The right side's tight, yes.
Okay. Good. And just keep, you're still continuously pressing on that left knee with that right leg. Good. Perfect. One side's always tighter than the other, so you're going to see the difference between the two. All right. And just keep breathing. You're going to relax. You have about 20 more seconds here. All right. You got 20 more seconds until we switch on to the opposite side. All right. And then maybe just take that arm up just a little bit higher. Does it hurt? There you go.
That's good.
Yeah. Perfect. Okay. So go ahead and place your feet back up to hip width apart. Good. And you can keep your palms there. A bad shoulder on this side, so just definitely keep this comfortable for where you need it to be. Okay. So go ahead and cross your left ankle over your right. We're going to do it on the same side here as well. You're going to go ahead and roll over to that right hip, and then you're going to look to the opposite side. Good. And then just breathe here. And again, you're going to take that left ankle and just press it up on that right knee there, so this hip is actually opening. You can actually feel it. Good. And this is side harder or easier?
It's a little harder.
Harder. Tighter on this side. On that left side. Okay. So just keep breathing. Again, you're going to relax in your neck. Make sure there's no tension. Maybe fix your palms. You see how your hands kind of want to roll over? There you go. So you're really kind of placing that palm on that ground. All right. You have about 30 seconds here. Good. And it's really important that you're breathing. And still activating that leg. Really nice, Sharon. Good. You have about 10 more seconds. Just keep breathing. Wonderful. Okay. All right. It feels okay?
Feels good.
All right. Good. All right. So we're going to move on to the next. Okay. All right. So the next exercise, you're going to go ahead and take your right heel and bring it over your big toe on the opposite side of the foot and the second toe. And then take your palms out to the side. Good. And then you're going to rotate to the left hip, lifting your right hip up. Good, and the palms are facing out, and then you're going to go ahead and look to the right side. Now it's important here that you're squeezing your thigh and then your butt, okay, so that glute. All right, so you can feel this contraction here, and then the palms are nice to the floor. Okay, so that feels okay, Sharon?
Yes.
All right, so it's a little bit harder. Is it harder on this side to rotate for like last time when you were rotating and doing the hip crossover stretch?
The left side is tight, and it's tight across my thoracic spine.
Okay.
So it's harder to hold this position.
Yeah, yeah. So really important that you're squeezing the glute and that thigh. The feet are nice and flexed. And let me look at your hand. Okay, that looks good. I'm not going to make you raise that a little bit higher because I know about your shoulder, so we'll just keep it there, and the palms are just facing down. So that one you can raise a little bit higher. All right, so you got about 20 more seconds, and then we're going to see what's going on with the opposite side. So this looks really great. So just keep breathing. Good. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, good, 5, 4, 3, good, 2, and 1. All right, wonderful. Let's go ahead and reset the body. Good, go ahead and take the heel on top of the opposite foot there. So now we're going to switch sides. Let's roll on to that right hip of yours, okay, and then the left hip lifts up. The palms are straight, good, and you rotate the head to the opposite side. Good, and really important that you're relaxing your neck and that your head is there. And let's squeeze the glute and then go ahead and contract that quad for me. All right, so do you find this a little bit easier or harder?
It's easier on the right side, but still hard on the left.
Left side. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and take that hand in line with that. All right, good. And just breathe. Yeah. So bilaterally later on, as you continue to do these exercises, you're going to find that they're going to start to kind of even out. But for now, your body's and the nervous system's going like, what is going on? Yeah. All right, so you got about 14 seconds. I'll count down after 10, 9, good, 8, 7, keep pressing those hands back onto the ground, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, wonderful. All right, from there we'll go ahead and we'll move on to the next exercise. Okay, Sharon, we're gonna go ahead and do standing windmills.
Okay.
All right, you ready to begin?
Yep.
Okay, so you're going to go ahead and place the back of your heels onto the wall, and as well as your hips and your shoulders. Okay. Mm-hmm. Does that feel okay?
Yeah,
or does it feel like you're straining?
I'm not straining. It just
Okay, it feels okay.
Good.
All right, so really important here that your toes are parallel and they're pointing straight. Mm-hmm. And then you're going to go ahead and take your arms to the side with your palms are facing out to me. Good, that's good. All right, now just let me know how this feels on your shoulders. Okay, so you're 90 degrees, it should be 90 degrees in relation to your body, your arms. Perfect. Does it feels okay? Mm-hmm. Okay, so now you're gonna go ahead and rotate your body to, go ahead and go to the left side. As you rotate, you're gonna keep your arms like a windmill.
like 180.
Yeah, mm-hmm.
And how far?
Good, and right there, as far as you can go, right there is good. You don't have to like strain, just as far as you can go. And you're gonna still continuously keep your shoulders and your hips and the back of your heels onto the wall, okay? And then you're gonna do this for 5 times on each side. Okay, so that's 1. Good. And then you do the opposite side, that's looking good. How's that feeling? One side's tighter than the other?
Oh yeah. It's harder on my left than my right. Right side is very easy.
Easy. Mm-hmm. Good, and give me 3 more. I see that shoulder wants to come up too, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That side's messed up.
Yeah. Good. Mm-hmm.
How do my shoulders look to you?
They actually look really great.
Okay.
Like they're even.
'Cause they feel tight.
Mm-hmm. Good. And then 2 more. This one I can see wants to kind of pop off the wall sometimes,
Yes,
but this
it
one's
does.
fine.
Yeah.
That one looks good, and your hands look good. This is all even, and your feet look great. Good. And you're just gonna give me 1 more. Excellent. Good. Perfect. Not so bad, right?
Nope, not
Okay.
bad at all.
So let's go ahead and take your feet now. You're going to go 1.5 feet apart, a little bit more. Okay. And then you're going to do that same exercise. So let's go ahead and go 5 times on each side. So you're going to go rotate, palms are out, back of the hands are pressed into the wall. Good. And so this is really good. It kind of stretches your intercostals. You can kind of feel how that's stretching as well. But then it also stabilizes like the hips. You can feel how that stabilizes. And then the last 3. Yeah, you definitely see some tightness on this side of the shoulder.
But when I go to the other side, the hip wants to pop out to the side. So
Mm.
when I go to the right, the left hip wants to move.
Oh, you can
Yeah.
feel it wanting to move.
Yeah.
It's good that you start to be aware of these things in the body, right? So bilaterally, you're like, what is going on with that side? Why is that side doing something different than the other? Good. And then you have one more, right?
I think one
Yeah,
more.
one more.
If not, one more.
Good, yeah. Yeah, and your feet look really good. Good. All right, so now you're going to go even further apart. So like 2.5 feet more. That's good. Bring it in just a little bit. Yeah, that's perfect. Okay, good. And let's go ahead and do now this side. And let me know how you feel. Are you going, do you feel like you can go longer? Do you feel more stable when your feet are wider?
It's definitely more stable when your feet are apart.
Like your hip doesn't want to go out as much. Yeah.
You have more of a base.
Yeah. And your body's constantly trying to find your center of gravity. So, you know, when your feet are closer, you know, maybe that hip wants to shift out because there's some compensation there, right? So, yeah, so you got 3 more. Looking like a windmill.
Yay.
Good. And then the last 2. Good. And one more time. This exercise is good if you have a lot of wall space at your house, right? Yeah. Okay. So let's go ahead and go back to hip width apart, and you're going to start with position 1 like you did earlier.
So we're going back to
You're going
1.
back. Yep, back to position 1, and you're just going to do 5 on each side. Now I want you to notice the difference. Do you notice anything different with the hips now? Does it feel like they want to, like you're more aware that they want to stabilize?
Like my hips are more stretched out. And I feel like when I go to the side, the opposite leg is able to lengthen
better. Oh, that's great. Yeah. Very nice, Sharon. Good. And then you got the last 2. Good. You're powering. We're going to make me. I'm going to make you the windmill, and you're going to power this whole place.
You're right.
Good. And then one last one. Wonderful.
Good.
Perfect. Okay. And then that was standing windmills. Okay. All right, Sharon. Are you all set for the next exercise?
I am very
All right. So let's go ahead. Come off the wall a little bit for me. And you're going to stand with hip, you're going to be hip width apart, so your feet are pointing straight. Okay, and now we're going to do some sort of hand position. You're going to take your fingers and you're going to grab kind of like the palm, like this right here. Yeah, so even higher for me. So this is the middle, and I want you to go even, there you go. Okay, and that actually stretches out the back of your hands, so you can actually feel like the limbricals stretching. Got it? Feel that? Good. All right, and now take your thumbs out, and they call this a golfer's grip. Okay, good. You're going to go ahead and take your arms now at 90 degrees in relation to your body. All right, perfect. Okay, so let's go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and straighten this just a little bit. There you go, perfect. All right, now we're going to do standing arm circles. You're going to squeeze your shoulder blades together for me. Okay, good. You feel that squeeze? All right, just release it for me and then go ahead and squeeze it again just so you can kind of feel. Good. And important here, you're just going to relax your belly. You're not going to tighten, you're just going to let the body kind of do what it needs to do. Okay, so you're going to go ahead and take your arms and then start circling them forward 40 times, all right? So you got 1, 2, good, 3, and you go a little faster, 4, good, 5. How's that on your shoulder? Does it hurt?
No.
Okay, good, 6, good, 7, 8, good, and 9, 10, good, and you feel like you can go a little bit more. You can feel how your body wants to kind of, your thoracic stabilizes here, and then your lower back's kind of just functioning the way it should function. Okay. You know what number you're on?
20.
Okay. Yeah. Good. Looking good.
I'll do 10 more.
9, good. 8, 6, good. Wonderful. And then lower down. Okay, it's good? All right, so you're not done yet. All right, 40 is the number, right? A lot of things happen in 40 days. 40 days, 40 nights, right? Okay, here we go. So take the arms, you're gonna go ahead and bring them this way. All right, now how does that feel on your shoulder here? Because I know you have the shoulder.
It doesn't feel bad, but I know that this motion aggravates my rotator. So.
Okay, so if you start to feel that, go ahead and lower your hands down a little bit more, your arms down a little bit more, where it's comfortable.
The rotation of the arm that puts tension
on there. But and if it feels too painful, then I want you to stop. Okay? So just check in line with your feet again. Make sure they're parallel. Okay? Your belly's relaxed. Good. Your arms are out. Squeeze your shoulder blades back again. And let's go ahead and go backwards now. So we got 40. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, good, 6, 7, 8, good, 9, 10, 10, 9, good, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, last set of 20, good, so 10, 9, 8, 7, good, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last set of 10, good, Sharon, how's that shoulder?
It's okay.
Good.
It's there.
Yeah, you can feel it. Yeah.
There we go.
Good, and then relax all the way back down. Good job. Sharon, we're gonna go ahead and do static extension position. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and you're gonna start on a quadruped position, which is on your knees and your hands, and you're gonna place your hands underneath your shoulders for now. Just make sure that your knees are lined up underneath your hips, and then your feet are in plantar flexion. So I'm going to go ahead and no, the other way. There you go. Yep. And then you see how this foot's here, so I'm just going to straighten it out for you, even though it might feel crooked. Okay, and then go ahead and just walk your hands 4 to 6 inches, or like a hand's length away from your shoulders. Okay, good. And then you're going to place an anterior tilt, good, in your pelvis, and this is going to promote your natural arch. And then you're going to sink your shoulder blades, squeeze your shoulder blades together and collapse in your upper back here. Good, and you're going to relax your head down. All right, go ahead and spread your fingers just a little bit wider so you give, yep, there you go, hold it there. All right, and does that feel comfortable for you?
It feels good.
All right, good, perfect. All right, so you're just going to breathe here, and we're going to hold it for about 2 minutes. Okay, so 2 minutes. I'm going to time you, so just breathing, and I'm just going to look to see, to make sure everything looks even. This looks really great. Good, and then shoulder blades are still squeezing away from the ears. Good. And then if you feel like you can't hold the position, or you start to feel any pain, you can go ahead and just sit down on your heels and just take a break. Or you could just keep holding it until it feels okay. All right. Are you feeling anything that is uncomfortable?
No, a little bit.
In the shoulder? In the wrist, okay? Okay.
Everything's good.
All right, good. And if your wrists feel too much too, if it's too much on the wrist, we can definitely modify that as well. All right, so you have about a minute left. All right, and at you. Very nice, Sharon. Good, and you're just breathing, and those arms look really great. And holding it there. Back line. And about 30 seconds. So I'm just going to go ahead and count you down. 30, 9, 8, 7, 6, good, 5, 4, 3, 2, 20, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, you can go ahead and just lean back and just give yourself, a nice child's pose as you give yourself a break. Okay, so let's go ahead and do the next exercise, which is upper spinal floor twist. And you're gonna lay down on your back, so your head's here, your feet are that way. Okay, and you're gonna go ahead and let's roll to the left side. You're gonna roll your body to the left side. And you're going to go that way. So you're going to look that way and roll to the left side for me. There you go. Your entire body. And you're going to place your knees at 90 degrees. There you go. And then place your hands like this for me. This is starting. All right. Does that feel okay?
Yeah.
Okay. So really important here with upper spinal floor twist is that you're going to make sure that the upper knee stays right directly above your lower knee. Okay, and everything else is symmetrically even, okay, as much as it can be. So you're going to place your palms here, okay, like that, which is good. And then take the upper hand, the top hand, you're going to bring it up to the ceiling, and then rotate your torso, and then place that hand right on your knee. So you're just going to keep it there. And you're going to allow the shoulder to kind of fall to the ground. All right, now how does that feel?
Good.
Does that feel okay? And you feel the stretch here, through here? All right, and then I'm just going to go ahead and fix you. So you're going to hold this position. This actually opens up the hip. It opens all the intercostals as well. And then it gets that back blade sitting down nicely, your scapula kind of repositioning where it needs to be. So you're going to hold this position for a minute. And you're okay on this side. I want you to breathe through your sides, especially through your ribs. And then I want you to also kind of just think about making sure that that pelvis feels even when you're staying in this position. Good, and your head rotates to the right, which is much as you can in a comfortable way. All right, and you don't want to do this, you don't want to do it like you're really muscling through it. You want to do it at like 50% or more like relaxed. Okay, nice, Sharon. All right, you got 30 seconds here, okay? This is looking great. And then take note in your body about what it feels like right now. And then later on, we'll see what it feels like on the other side. One side's usually tighter. All right, so just keep breathing. You got 20 more seconds. You can do this when you get out of the bed. Yeah, it feels good. Yeah. So just keep holding here. Good. And then we'll just count down. Good, for 10. Good, 9, 8, 7, 6. Good, 5, 4, 3. Good, 2, and 1. All right. So come back to center. So place your feet right back down. Good. And how does that feel? Good. All right. All right. Let's go ahead and place your hands out again. So you're going to go ahead and place your roll to the side for me. Good. And hold it there. Nice. So this is starting. All right. And the legs are at 90 degrees. Okay. Your head's comfortable? All right. And then go ahead and take that top hand. You're going to take that hand up. And then roll to the opposite side and place your right hand on this knee. Now you see how this knee wants to come back? There you go. Yeah. On this side's tighter?
Yes.
Yeah, it's tighter. So you could see we're trying to promote this pelvic stability here by keeping the knees together, and then your upper body rotates with a spinal torsion from the top. So you're just going to hold it there. And you can notice that it's a little tighter on this side.
Yes.
Yeah, one side's always. All right. So just keep breathing here. Again, try to find your intercostals and your ribs on the side, and then that head rotates to the left. Perfect. The knees look really great. And you're just holding. I really like this exercise. Yeah. Yeah, it really opens up my back as well. So just keep holding. And about 30 seconds. And you can also listen to a podcast, you know, when you get out of the shower and just lay here. So I'll count down just to help you here. So 20, good, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then last set of 10 for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, good, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, and then slowly come all the way back. Good, and then reset your spine. And that is upper spinal floor twist. Sharon, we're gonna go ahead and do assisted hip lift. All right, so you're gonna start where you are. You're just gonna be laying down. And what I want you to do is come a little, and you're gonna place your feet at 90 degrees on the wall. Okay, so your knees are just above the hips. And then your toes are pointing to the ceiling. That looks good. Do you feel like you're lifting your butt off the floor, or it feels pretty
I feel
good? Okay, so this is good. What I want you to make sure is that your toes are pointing up and that your feet are in line with your knees and your hips. All right, so this actually looks good. Now, go ahead and take your hands out to the side at 45 with the palms facing up, so you can kind of feel your back blades. Okay, you're gonna relax in the belly too as well. All right, now let's go ahead and take your right ankle and you're gonna place it just above your left knee. Now, as you do that, place that foot back on again. Okay, so now I want you to pay attention to your hips, and you're gonna make sure that that hip doesn't lift, okay? So you're gonna keep the hips where they are. Go ahead and bring that leg where it is. Good, and that hip doesn't shift, yep. And now go ahead, you're gonna push away with your knee towards the wall, okay, using your hip. Now, as you do this, make sure that hip does not lift. You see how it wants to lift? It wants to.
This side wants to lift.
Yeah,
The
this
side that's
one.
crossed. My right side wants to lift.
Well, this one I could see lifting.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah. So, yep, you're gonna stay there and hold. I call them cha-cha hips. No cha-cha hips. All right, so you're gonna hold that for a minute, and just holding there, and that foot stays nice and, yeah. And then you're just gonna breathe here, and then notice you feel like the hips opening here. Okay, good. One side might be tighter than the other, as we always notice. All right, and this is called assisted hip lift, and that looks really great. I like your socks. So you have about 30 more seconds. Yeah. And this is just kind of promoting, trying to get the rotation out of your hips. All right, so especially when we're like lifting legs to one side or the other. And this grounds your hips and just to make sure even the upper body is stacked over it. All right, so you have about 10 more seconds. And just keep breathing here. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Perfect. All right. So let's go ahead and take the other, stop that. And you're going to go ahead and take the other foot just above the knee. Good. And then notice too, like this wants to stay there. Good. And go ahead and bring your knee towards the wall. And as you do that, is it tighter? Do you feel tighter on this side? Or do you feel the same?
It feels about the same.
Oh, great. Okay. So yeah, so we're always trying to get this like bilateral evenness between the two sides.
Both sides are tight.
Yeah. Yeah. I think we saw that on one of your posture photos with your femurs there. All right, but this is good for you. Yep, and then that foot, this foot's staying here like that, and that looks good. So bring this here like this a little bit more. See how it wants to go. Your heel out just a little bit to the, there you go. Does it feel crooked?
A little bit.
Yeah, you can't lie with the wall.
Mm-hmm.
Can't cheat with the wall and the floor unless the wall and the floor are crooked. Right? So you have about 15 seconds and just keep breathing. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, good, 4, 3, and 2, and 1, good. And then you're just going to go ahead and release. And that is assisted hip lift. Okay, Sharon, we're going to go ahead and start with downward dog. So how I want you to start is you're going to go onto all fours for me. All right, and a couple things to note is that your hands are directly below your shoulders and your knees are directly below your hips. Perfect, your feet are hip width apart. I'm just going to check you really quick. Okay. Ooh, all right, just bring this knee out just a slight to the right a little bit more for me. There you go, and then your feet are going to be like that. Feels okay?
Yep.
Okay, so go ahead and you're gonna tuck your toes under. Good, and let's go ahead and bring your knees up off of the floor, and then as you lift, I want you to go ahead and try to create an arch. So you're into a pike position. You're gonna try to arch your lower back for me. All right, so you're gonna arch your lower back. Good, and then go ahead and just let your head like hang down like that. So you're really trying to press your weight into your hands, okay, especially from that like the index finger and the thumb. You can just press it away. All right, that feels okay? Mm-hmm. All right, so you're just going to breathe here and then try to bring your heels towards the ground as much as you can. That's good. Yep, and then just keep continuously breathing, and again you're just trying to put an arch in your lower back. Good, and you have 40 seconds. Looking good, Sharon. Good. How your calves? Yeah, it's a really good stretch. Good, and you got 30 more seconds for me. Yeah, and I can see already you're trying. I'm seeing already this is trying to kind of take shape here. Okay, so you got 20 more seconds. This is looking really good. Good. Just keep breathing normally. It's really important that you breathe. And what I like to do too is I like to feel. So your hands look great. They're pointing straight at me, and that's wonderful. You got 5 more seconds. So I'll count down 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. There you go. Beautiful. Go ahead and just give yourself like a child's pose, which I always love. And the next exercise, we're going to go ahead and we're going to do some supine point and flexes. All right. Start this exercise by bringing your right leg, bend your right knee in, place your hands behind your knee, okay? And really important that this foot, your left foot, is straight and your toe is up, pointing up to the ceiling. Good. Relax that left quad for me. So you're just relaxing it, not even contracting it at all, okay? Good. Your shoulders are away from the ears and you're just kind of relaxing in that upper spine. All right, now the toes, what I want you to do is you're going to go ahead and circle the foot to the outside. All right, so this promotes hip stabilization, and make sure that that knee stays in that same place without not moving your toes moving, but that knee stays, okay? Perfect, that feels okay. So you're going to do 40. I think you're on 8, right? Good, 9. And then 10, good, you got 30 more. 1, good, 2, and you're gonna get the whole toe. 3, good, 4, nice, good, 5, 6, 7, good, 8. So again, and what I was saying was it promotes hip stabilization on this leg here while you're moving this ankle joint. All right, so hip stability while your foot is moving, really important. Good, so just give me 20 more. Good. And 8 and 7. Feel tired yet? 6. Go 5, 4, 3. You got the last set of 10. Good. And then one more set. Good, Sharon. And 3, 4, good. 5, and always breathing. 5 more. 5. How's that foot? 4, 3, good. 2, and 1. All right, stop right there. Good. Now what you're going to do is you're going to go the opposite way, and you're going to circle for 40. 1, 2, good. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, good. 8, 9, good. 10, and then good, looking good. Good, and the last set of 20. Good, Sharon. Perfect. Good, and your knee looks great. Perfect. Okay, good. Now, while you're there, you're going to give me 40 point and flexes. So you're going to really take your toes way back towards your knee, and then you're going to point. So you're going to go ahead and just easily give me 40, all right? Good. 3. You might be tired when you do them. 4, 5, good. 6, nice. 7, good. 8, always breathing. And then the last set of 30. How's this foot over here? Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes it wants to roll out to the side, but right here it looks pretty good. I'm just going to go ahead and see if I can even like bring it. There we go. All right. Looking good, Sharon. Yeah. All right. Good. You're going to find when we do the other side, one side's going to be tighter than the other. Looks good. Perfect. All right, and then go ahead and lengthen that leg. All right, so when you're ready, you're going to go ahead and take that left leg and you're going to place your hand behind. Good, and let's go ahead and flex that foot up. Yep, good, and you're just going to hold it here again, making sure the toes are pointing. And then I'm just going to fix you right here. All right, so the same exercise 40 times to the outside. And again, that left knee is nice and stable. And tell me what you're feeling here. Do you feel like it's tighter on this side, easier?
It's about
the same. Yeah. Good. It's always nice when it's the same.
And when we first started, it's easy. It's after when you get to about 30.
Oh, yeah, yeah. And you start to feel all these leg muscles, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. So your knee looks really great. Yeah. It goes by quick. Mm. This is 40 seems like a long number. Mm-hmm. Looking good. Good. Yep, you're getting the entire toes, even the toes. It does get tired after towards the end. Then you're like, my mind can't do it, or it's my muscles. Good. And let's go the opposite way. Yep. So 2. Good. 3. So I find that this side is easier for you to kind of fan the foot, right? The other side was a little bit like for you to actually go through the range.
Right foot, it was easier. On this, my left foot, actually going to the inside is harder than the outside.
Mm-hmm. I see that. I see here your knee wants to move too.
It does.
I can see it kind of wanting to move.
I'm not letting it.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. So it's interesting because we're stabilizing the hip and then we're moving the ankle so that this is creating that kind of feeling of making sure that that hip stays stable as that ankle joint moves. Nice. Even with the, in relation to the knee as well. Looking good, Sharon. I feel like that knee wants to go in,
Yeah, not that.
right? Yeah. Uh-huh.
The foot does not want to go in.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Okay.
So I'm going to do the point flex.
Yes. Uh-huh. You're going to do the point flexes. And I'm going to reset you here just a little bit. I'm going to take your knee out just a little. There you go. Uh-huh. That's better. Feels different there when I put it there?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm grabbing all the toes. Looking really good. How's that knee? Feels good?
Fine.
Yeah.
I feel it in the inside of my shin.
Oh, wow. Right there? Means that you need to use those muscles.
And my groin too.
And your groin, okay. It's fascinating how just a simple and point, right, can awaken some of these muscles that we haven't been using. Good. Really nice. I always find that the point and flexes too aren't as tiring as the circles.
Okay.
All right. Nice. Okay. All right. So we're going to do air bench, and it's an exercise. It's an exercise that's on the wall. Okay. So let's go ahead and bring your body back first to the wall. Okay. And so let's stand up straight first. Let's show you. Yep. So you're going to stand up straight. It's all sticky. All right. So really, really important. If you do this at home or if you decide to do it somewhere, make sure that you have either sneakers on or just a yoga mat. Okay. Don't ever do it with like just socks or something because they really slip. Okay. So what we're going to do is you're going to walk your feet out, and as you walk your feet out, you're going to slide down the wall. Okay, making sure that your back is touching the wall, and you're going to look at your knee and your big toe and your second toe, make sure that they're in line with your knee. Got it? Perfect. All right. I'm going to check you to make sure that your ankles are below your knees and your hips are a little bit above your knees. All right, that looks good. All right, now you're just going to either place your hands to the side, bring your heels out just a little bit, like this way. Okay. There you go. That's better. Okay, feel more stability there? Okay, and you can place your hands up like this, or you can lower them down. So really important that your lower back kind of just sits back on that wall there. Okay, and don't worry too much about your head. Like if your body just stays there, leave it there. But really important that your lower back is just pressed up against the wall. Okay, this is really good for like quad engagement as you're walking. Can you feel she's like, I feel my quads. All right. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and time you. So you breathe here. She's like, how's that feeling?
It's burning.
Yeah, I do these every day.
You do?
This is one on my menu. So keep breathing here. Good, and you're going to start to also find like where your weight is. So what I'd like for you to do is make sure that your weight is on the back of your heels. Okay, not on your toes, but they're really on the back of your heels. All right. Yep, so this is good. You got a minute, Sharon. You're doing really great. Not too bad.
No.
Yeah.
I feel it though.
You look like you're sitting on an air bench. On a bench. Hence the name.
Sitting on a real bench.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, really good for walking. It's really good for quad engagement. Shaking?
A little bit.
Yeah. They used to make us do these in school. Do you remember? We used to have to do them in school. Basketball, we used to have to hold them all the time. I think there's a record of like 35 minutes or something.
We used to have martial arts. We used to have to do them for an hour.
An hour? An hour?
An hour.
Wow. That is wild.
Young days.
Young day. Yeah. Hey, you know what? You can always try. All right, you got 10 more seconds. Looking good. And you're almost done. 2 and 1. Wonderful.
Good.
All right.
That felt good.
Feel good? Yeah, it feels good. Like there's a lot of stability in the hips because it keeps that pelvis. There's no rotation. You're just using the wall to keep the hips level. It's really. Thanks for watching my video, and I would also like to thank Sharon for being my client.